everyone. It's John, your Indian Cinemaniac, back with another 10-ish minute review after our triumphant YKY India Cinemaniacs reunion show that we did, answering your viewer questions. I'm back to do another 10-ish minute review. Okay, so first of all, I want to thank all the gang for getting on the 20-ish minute reviews, but this is just me, okay? And this was going to be a short one. I hope you appreciated the content I put on. Some of you have commented on it. I want you to know how much I appreciate it so much. And that's why I still want you to subscribe, hit the notification button, hit that like button, and please share the show. Okay, so the movie I'm doing today, I just want to explain, a lot of you have recommended movies for me, and I try to watch as many of them as I can. And sometimes I just go through the queue of Netflix or Amazon Prime or some of the streaming channels, and something will catch my eye, and I'll say, you know what, I think I'm going to watch that, especially if there's people in it that I like. So I have decided to review Tashan, which was made in 2008. It was written and directed by Vijay Krishna Acharya. Now, the reason why I wanted to watch is, first of all, the trailer looked cool, and it had people that I was familiar with, Akshay Kumar from Oh My God and Suryavanshi, Saif Ali Khan from Omkara and Dil Chahta Hai, and one of my favorite actresses, Kareena Kapoor from 3 Idiots, Talash, Ra 1, Omkara, Lal Singh Chadha, a lot of stuff. And Anil Kapoor, who was in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. So this movie was kind of interesting. Now, I read some of the viewers' thoughts after I watched it, and not a lot of big fans of this film. And I also understand it didn't do really well. And as far as a film goes, it was okay. Like the story, it was kind of, it wasn't much of a story. It was kind of a goofy movie. But I will say that the three leads, Kareena Kapoor, Akshay, and Saif Ali Khan, and the bad guy, really seemed like they're having a ball in this film. And the other thing I did like about it, like especially with Kareena Kapoor and Akshay, they were playing roles that I'd never really seen them play before. And they seem to be having a lot of fun with it. Now, it starts off with something different, where the lead character, played by Saif Ali Khan, talked directly to the camera. So he was breaking the fourth wall. And that happened a few times in this movie. So that was surprising. I can't remember seeing that before in any Indian films that I've watched. There was also a line in it that was kind of funny. Saif plays a English tutor, teaching people how to speak English. And the bad guy wants to learn English. And every time he opened his mouth, him and his goons would say, he sounds just like George Bush. Just like George Bush, big smile on their face. Thought that was kind of funny. They had the first musical number was in a location I hadn't seen before. It was at a beach, with these big, like, white rocks and cliffs and stuff. And Kareena Kapoor looked beautiful. And by the way, I might as well just talk about the elephant in the room. Everybody knows that I got a thing for Kareena Kapoor. And I do. But when she came out of that water in that green bikini, wow. And what I read was it was the first time she ever been in a bikini on film. And she got down to a 0 size, which you could kind of tell because I find in some of the other films, she's got a little more shape to her. And in this one, she was very thin. But she looked, I thought this was the most beautiful she's looked in any of these films. She was just gorgeous. And she played a femme fatale kind of, and was I really liked her in this. It was a little bit different than the other stuff she's done. She looked great. But anyway, I just want to get that out of the way because she just, my heart is a flutter. Akshay had a big entrance. He came in on a motorcycle with all these heads around him that were him. It was pretty funny. What else was going on in that? Oh, they passed a movie marquee that was showing Doom 2, which, I'm a big Doom franchise guy. Um, so there was a scene where they had to pretend Hollywood was making a movie there, and they had to hide from the cops. So they convinced the Hollywood people to do a musical number, because that's what they do in Hollywood films, in India films, even though it wasn't in the original script. I thought that was really funny. It was a funny scene, and it was a great it was a great musical number. In fact, they said that Akshay played a character, but they told the Hollywood people he was Amitabh Bachchan, that big Hollywood movie star. So it was good. There was the bad guy in it. His name was Bayaji. He was funny, over the top, goofy, but also vicious, which came through in the movie. Now, there was some great action scenes. It was a big gun battle about 3/4 into the film, and the climax of the film had a great action scene. So if I was to complain about this film, because it was goofy, it was silly, it was over the top, I still enjoyed it for a kind of a dumb movie, and it was kind of dumb. My biggest complaint about it was in the action scenes. There's 40 or 50 bad guys. And at one time, there was only one guy beating everybody up, and they all had guns, and no one can hit any of the heroes. But that went on in 2 big action scenes. And that was just kind of stupid. Although I did think they were good action scenes. At one point, Akshay takes a light pole and uses it as a baseball bat, and everybody goes flying in the air like they were exploded. And then the cops show up, and that was kind of there's only one guy who knows that Saif is a mole, and he gets his head blown off right in front of him, which was kind of weird. They had a great musical number with kites. The musical numbers in this I really liked. They were I kind of got into them a little bit, again, because I'm looking at Kareena Kapoor dancing and whatever. Okay. And there was a twist. Now, this is going to be a spoiler, but it was 2008. So I'm sure if you wanted to see it, you've seen it. If you didn't want to see it, you don't care. But her father gets killed by the bad guy, but you don't know it's her father till the very end of the film. So that was kind of an interesting twist, and explained her motivation about why she was doing stuff. And then the real climax of the film, where all the bad guys get killed, it starts off with a burning car that the 3 main characters are in and drive. Okay, this big fireball. And then this is how crazy the climax was. In the climax, there was the light pole swing that I already talked about. There was a evil rickshaw that the bad guy drove with knives on it. And completely out of the blue, Saif shows up in a jet ski. I don't know where the jet ski came from. It just shows up, and it was a big part of the climax. So I would love to know what you guys think about this film, because, again, I read the reviews, and there was a lot of hate on it. And it was stupid. It was a dumb, silly, goofy movie. But again, I think what I liked about it was I did think some of the action scenes, as over the top as they were kind of cool. But the 3 leads just look, I shouldn't say that, the 4 guys, including the villain, just seemed like they were having a ball making this film. They were just kind of goofy. And after seeing Omkara and how serious that was, and then seeing Kapoor and Saif doing it, like silly, it was kind of cool to see. So I liked it, and I'm sure most of you are going to disagree with me. You're going, why'd you watch this movie? I watched it because of the trailer, and it looked funny, and it was funny. Again, I'll say it one more time. It was goofy, it was silly, and it's one of those movies that it's just dumb fun, and that's what I thought of it. Okay, so that's my 10-ish minute review. I got a couple exciting things coming up that I'm excited to announce. I'm actually going to the theater to see Jawan, SRK, King Khan. I'm going to see it in a movie theater, and I'm going to review that. I also am going to see Equalizer 3, and I'm going to do it with Denzel Washington. I'm going to do a 10-ish minute review on that. So I'm going to do one for Juwan, and I'm going to do one for Equalizer 3. So keep an eye out for those, and that alone should get you to hit the subscribe button, notification button, and hit that like button. And I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys watching our little 20-ish minute reviews that we did while Ralph was on hiatus. But we'll keep these things coming out if you guys keep watching. So thanks a lot, and we will talk to you soon.